Hello! Now this is it. After months of waiting, wondering, watering and fighting off the slugs, today I'm going to find out just how many potatoes I've managed to grow in these buckets. Would I have struck potato gold? Or will it just be a dusty disaster? I'm Gang Gang, welcome to the channel. Gang Gang and Peanuts, 2 peas in a pod. Now this year I've been taking part in the single seed potato challenge, where the idea is to grow as many potatoes as possible from one single potato. And I'm really keen to find out how I've done. Have I grown a weight that will be the winning weight? Or have I grown a potato that will be the biggest and heaviest? There's only one way to find out. Let's empty out these buckets. Now I have 2 buckets of potatoes here. This bucket were grown from the original seed potato, and this bucket were grown from some cuttings that I took from the potato plant, and that was something new to me this year, and I'll be interested to see which one of these has produced the best. I suspect it's this one, but it'll be interesting to see how many potatoes I can get from a cutting. So let's empty them out and see. Crikey! Crikey! Look at that. That is a big potato straight off of the bat. Crikey. Look at that. And there was some more here. Are they just big ones? Oh, no, there's a few more. It appears that they're all quite large potatoes, rather than lots of smaller potatoes. Well, that's the first bucket, and there's another one. That's another big one. And that appears to be all that's in there. That, I'm quite pleased with that. There's only 5, but they do weigh quite a bit, I think. They're quite heavy. Let me see what's in the other bucket. The one that was grown from cuttings. I don't know how many there'll be, but we'll find out. Now this is the bucket that I've really been looking forward to emptying, because these potatoes in here have been grown from cuttings taken from the foliage on these potatoes. So let's see what's in here. And straight away I can see there are quite a few. Let's have a look. Look at that. They're smaller, which is probably to be expected. However, there are quite a few of them. And look, there's one there that's started to grow already. I think I've probably left these a little bit late to harvest, but never mind. There. It's a much smaller harvest, and they're much smaller potatoes. However, I've still got potatoes taken from a cutting, and that's something I'm going to try and improve on next season. Now I have many more buckets to empty. I'm not going to empty them all on camera, but I'll show you how many I have once I've emptied all the buckets. I can't wait. Now, to say I'm pleased is an understatement. Remember, all of these potatoes here all started from one single seed potato and a few cuttings. So if you want to save yourself a few pounds, don't go buying bags of potatoes next year. Just buy 1 or 2 of your favourite seed potatoes and cut them up. Now for me, I think I've already won, because later on today, some of these potatoes will become lovely roast potatoes. And for me, that's already a win. Now these variety are Condor. I've never grown them before, and I've got to say, they're quite prolific. So that's all of my buckets harvested, and I now have to weigh them and send the total weight of that complete harvest into the judging panel. Now, as well as the weight of the total harvest, There's also an element of the biggest and heaviest potato, and this is my entry for the large potato, and I shall get that weighed and I'll send the weight off to Steve. Now, I've had quite a few large potatoes, and I think there are two reasons why that is. Two little secrets, and I'll let you know what they are. Firstly, in the bottom of each bucket, I used some of this. This is leaf mould, and I put some of this into the bottom of each bucket. And I think that managed to retain a lot of the moisture and enable those potatoes to grow to quite a large size. And as well as that, I added something to the compost, secret number 2. And what it was this. This is spuds galore. And I've used this last season and this season, and in each time I've used it, the potatoes have come out quite large. So I think you may want to try some of the spuds galore. Now, the next thing I need to do is get these potatoes indoors, get them washed and get them peeled, because I can hear the roast potatoes calling me already. Delicious. I'm Gang Gang. Thank you very much for watching. This is Gang Gang and Peanuts, 2 peas in a pod, and as ever. Until next time, take care.